Hello everyone, and welcome to the 99th episode of the Backrooms Documentaries. This episode, before the big 100th episode, we'll talk about an enigmatic level called the Crimson Forest. This level is one of the safest levels in the entire Backrooms, so without further ado, enjoy this episode of the Backrooms Documentaries, and let's dive right in. The Crimson Forest is an enigmatic level of the Backrooms with a survival difficulty of Class 0. Safe, secure, devoid of entities. The Crimson Forest is an infinite forest with red leaves on the trees. The entire level is covered in fog, and the level is pretty cold, being at around 46 degrees Fahrenheit or 8 degrees Celsius. Unfortunately, as much as we want to go there, we can't. The only way to enter the Crimson Forest is from the old level 9.1. The only reason why I said old is because the entrance to the Crimson Forest got destroyed from a meteor that occurred in level 9.1. The Crimson Forest has crimson-colored dirt and plants, and these plants contain more than enough ferric oxides, which changes the color of the plants. The reason behind this is unknown. The Crimson Forest is very expansive, as a large portion of the level isn't mapped out, and I don't think it's getting mapped out anytime soon. There are many different areas in the Crimson Forest, such as forests, valleys, huge mountains, and rivers. This level can be reality-altering, mainly because of its folding. It's where the tectonic plates of the Crimson Forest are not flat. The tectonic plates are similar to that of a crinkled sheet of paper. For more elaboration, here is an example. You're in the Crimson Forest, and since the tectonic plates aren't flat, you could look straight up and you would still see more of the forest. Reaching an altitude that's very high will make the environment in that area reverse the gravity, making you fall and end up in another area of the forest because of those tectonic plates. Even though this may seem unstable and this level might be dangerous, keep in mind that that is the complete opposite. The tectonic plates are still stable, and if you have lived here for a while, you'll eventually get used to this phenomenon. The fog here never goes away, and it's unknown where it comes from. There has been speculation that the fog comes from the Mangled, which is Entity 63, or the lanterns located here. The fog also gets all of the hostile entities away from the Crimson Forest, which could be why this level is one of the safest levels in the Backrooms. The reason why I stated the Mangled, knowing that there are no entities in the Crimson Forest, is because the Mangled can create fog when it's nearby, and the Crimson Forest used to be entered from level 9.1, which is where the Mangled is mostly common. The water here is safe to drink, but it can still have an irritating taste, so it's still recommended to boil it first to get rid of harmful bacteria. There is also no Wi-Fi connection in this level, so in order to send messages, people would often leave the level and to another level with the Wi-Fi to send messages. Even though the Crimson Forest has a survival difficulty of Class 0, there are still normal entities here, but they aren't the ones you would expect. Instead, there are actually animals from the front rooms. These animals, however, have strange additions to them that make these entities unique in this enigmatic level. For example, people have reported deer with 8 eyes, moose with a rusty collar to them, prehensible tails found on squirrels, groups of mice, and owls that are silent and have 4 wings instead of 2. There are other natural predators here, such as bears, but they seem to be more durable and strong, as well as 6-legged canines. The lanterns mentioned earlier make these creatures act as normal animals, as if nothing is affecting them. Therefore, the only forms of danger here are the natural animals. So, if you know about these animals, then you know what to do. There are no bases in the Crimson Forest. The only way of entry is by going the opposite direction from the red light in level 9.1, but due to its destruction from a meteor, the sublevel has completely changed and the Crimson Forest is no longer accessible. Either way, it's very dangerous to enter due to level 9.1's hostility. You can exit by going the same way you entered from, but the exit has been blocked off from level 9.1's destruction, blocking anyone inside the Crimson Forest. In summary, the Crimson Forest is a peaceful forest with red plants and tectonic plates that are reality-altering, and creatures that are basically animal hybrids. Unfortunately, you can't enter nor exit this level anymore due to the destruction of the only level that is used to access this level, which is level 9.1. The next episode is the Big 100, and it will showcase another enigmatic level, but you'll just have to wait and see. Until then, I will see you tomorrow in the 100th episode special.